I kind of wanted to bring, this is Cannabis Church, December 12th, 2021. We're live here on Clubhouse Audio, and for anyone up on stage, this is being recorded. I wanted to take things back to where Cannabis Church originally started and get some testimonials today instead of doing a sermon and doing any preaching. I'm not here to sell any products, although I did just start Pastor Wellness, which does have them CBD products that come with your monthly subscription. So yours will be coming in the mail here real soon. Leah, thank you for your support. Welcome to Sunday service. We preach about the holy healing plant, God's gift to Mother Earth, and our sacred sacrament. No judge, just love. All pronouns, faiths, and faithless are welcome at Cannabis Church. We're here to end the stigma of the devil's lettuce and connect to better wellness personally, spiritually, socially, and for the planet. Whether you need connection to humanity or the universe or the great creator of your choice, or if you just need some good vibes and to meditate with love and light, all are welcomed with green grace in this safe space. I'm your pastor, Casey. You can partake in the smokable or edible sacred sacraments of your choice at any time during Cannabis Church. Please consume freely. I always bless mine products. I'm out of smokable, but luckily I do have my own homemade holy oil here that I threw in, not just me, but also in my coffee. So I'll do a quick prayer. Hello, universe. Thank you for giving me another week on this planet and giving me wisdom and knowledge for health and wellness, and that can affect my mind, body, and spirit, and so that I can pass on that knowledge and also absorb the knowledge from this wonderful cannabis community that I've learned so much from this year. And that's what today is about, is getting more of their stories and more of that knowledge from the cannabis community. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I'm humbled. I am grateful. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you to our music director, Brother Darrell Johnson, for donating the music and bringing in the plant love spirit vibe into the room every week. And thank you for the donations. They keep me in my sacred sacrament so that I do have something to smoke and so that I can make my own holy oil and THC products. And with that, welcome to Cannabis Church. I'm not doing any kind of preaching today. I don't have a subject in mind. This is more of a week of testimonials. I wanted to get back to the roots of cannabis community, cannabis family, and the friends I've made here on Clubhouse and in the cannabis community. And because I know I've heard some of your stories and your testimonials before, but man, that was back in July. It's December now. Like so much has happened to all of us in our own lives, right? So like
almost the end of the year.
Yeah, it's the end of the year. And Leah, you've been through a lot, and Shofran, I know you've been through a lot. Lori, you've been through a lot. Linnea, you and I just barely getting to know each other, so I can't wait to actually hear some of your stories. Let's start with Leah today, though. You know, how has your cannabis testimony grown since July?
Thank you, Casey, for having this every week, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see all of you, and I love all of you. Cannabis has brought us back to life. The sacred plant, in my state anyways, has to be prescribed through a doctor. And it's not even a real medical program, but it's something, and it's a start. And my son is a 12-year brain tumor warrior survivor. And I am an 8-year Lyme warrior survivor. And we've both had TBIs, which are some traumatic brain injuries. And we're miracles. I told a friend of mine today, we're medical anomalies.
I like that.
So, the Lyme MS sucks, but what are you going to do? So the plant. I get back to this plant that I started researching when my son got sick. That's what started my journey on it. You know, the more I find out about it, the more I take it to the doctors that didn't get a chance to learn about it in medical school, and to help, bring awareness and advocacy for disabled patients that need an advocate with them. So, as a caregiver and a mom to a cancer patient that is also on the high functioning autism called Asperger's, I consider us pretty much victorious thanks to this plant. The plant has also brought me amazing friends, amazing souls like y'all.
Amen.
That I would have never met in my entire lifetime. And I thank God for each and every one of you. Because you still teach me something new every day. So no matter how much research you can do, you still learn a lot. The tinctures, topicals, the herb, it all feeds our endocannabinoid systems, which I think causes most illnesses is our endocannabinoid deficiency. So I'm just thankful for this plant, a sacred sacrament that was used for thousands of years. And, it's finally getting back into because it was in our history. Our country is built upon it. And now it's our future because it's going to help the earth, and it's going to help with the healing of the earth, the sky, the air, the water, and us. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Amen.
And
Amen.
this is Leah. Good to see you.
Amen. Amen. Cheers to that. Cheryl friend, why don't you go next?
Oh, thank you so very much, Casey. I'm so thankful that you are still keeping our family together. I think that's so beautiful. I got so much love for you, baby. I mean, just an outpouring. So for me, connecting with you guys in that first place, that first home, the Spotify room, that was July. The first spot was the first cannabis room on the Spotify green room. Yep, that's what it was. You guys
Yes.
actually, we connected then, and we grew with each other. It was almost like we were in the same house, like literally waking up and going to sleep with each other. So this is the thing. When I tell people that, they're like, who? How are you doing that? How many people? So it's like, even trying to share the story about what am I getting out of the experience of connecting with my family on this cannabis journey. It is enlightening for them. So it's almost like I'm having to teach them, download the app, because each time it's an opportunity for even people that we meet outside, right? It's the same thing. They can actually also learn and grow. So when you ask, how has it changed for me? It's also an acknowledgement of when we first connected originally, that space actually had that safety. So I'm thankful that you're still providing that safety. That safety is really very simple. It means you can share what you're feeling in your heart and your spirit on wherever you are in your journey. So you don't grow, or so you don't own a dispensary, or so you don't have a distribution network, or it's just people are at different levels, right? Some people have houses already with doing certain things. So everyone is in different places in their journey. Some people actually are just, they speak on it, they advocate, they speak to it. The space that we have is still that. I still feel that comfort. I've been in different rooms. I listen in. I enjoy learning from lots of people, and I'm thankful still for that. But I always come back to the place of my center, which is this was the family I connected with. So, and I never got that feeling of, ooh, is it okay for me to say this? Or should I ask first, right? I just felt like it was our experience to be able to share together without any judgment. Sharing the moments where I got high with my brother and we got pulled over by the police, or how I found out my daughter was buying it with it. So I'm like, oh, there's other ways of managing it. And I learned even how we grew together in this space, me and my daughter. So it's come full circle. She's going to help me with the growing process. I'm going to help them with their business. And they're going to look at it from a different perspective. You guys know I'm always talking about the community grow. I've talked to the HOA, I've talked to the sheriff, and basically there are a lot of people who feel the same way we do. They just happen to be in positions where they're supposed to do certain things, but they don't always have to do those things, right? If they feel just as strongly as you, it's like, you know what? We understand what you are expressing. We respect it, and you're saying you're actually doing it to help. I don't see any problem with it, because I'm not actually saying we're selling a product. I'm saying that it's a community where we're learning to do these things together, because there are a lot of novices. There are a lot of Cheryl friends out there that's like, okay, guys, teach me. Do you understand? So I'm like, oh, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I get to grow with it and learn and love on you guys. And you guys already know it. Just like how my grandma Deal would hug. She'd wrap her arm around me, put her nose in the crook of my neck. She would smell. Oh my God, just that experience. That's what love is. It's wrapping your arms around your family. So I'm grateful for this space, KC. Love you, Leah. Love you, Dr. Laura. You already
Love you.
know. Yeah, and learning Leno. So I'm thankful for the space. Puff, puff, pass.
And your voice is like a hug to me every time you talk, girlfriend. So I get
I,
what you're saying there.
I felt that
Thank
hug.
you, KC.
Thank you for that hug.
And Dr. Lori, I will always call you Dr. Lori. You earned that title, and it is
Yes.
well deserved. You are also a caregiver, but newer to the cannabis lifestyle. How much has your testimony grown around the plant over the last 6 months?
Well, great day, great day, great day to you guys. Morning to some and afternoon to others. I must say I have been just overwhelmed by the cannabis community, especially this community. First and foremost, I have to tell my girlfriend, Cheryl friend, good looking out, sis. I love you to life. And
All love, darling. Whenever you need that, understand. Puff, puff, pass.
Thank you so much. We are so willing in this community, no matter what, to be of help to one another. This space for me has shown me that I don't have to be so proud that I can't say I need help. And that's something that I never thought that I could do before, just because of the way that I was raised. I have also found family in this space that I never imagined I could have. People that don't look like me, don't sound like me, don't come from the same places I've come from, but that I would run through hell with gasoline in my clothing for. And it's true connections. Cannabis has done that for me. It has given me some insight and the ability to say, yes, I can do something different. Walk away from my career of 17 years, truly, of 22 years, 17 at that one school district, truly has been very scary for me. At 51, who wants to make their lives over again? However, it's people in this community, it's people in this very room that tell me it's going to be okay. And there are people in other rooms and others that have connected through the communities of cannabis that have shown me that I don't have to fear. I don't have to fear the transitions of life, that these transitions are coming, and one way or the other, it's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. And without cannabis, I wouldn't be able to see and do that. In July, I didn't know that. In July, I just knew that it helped my pain, that I wanted to get the word out to other patients that, learn things about your endocannabinoid system so you can figure out what kind of terpenes or what kind of strains you need to use, and just trying to get information out there and education out there. Today, I'm still doing that, but also I know the love and the compassion and the humility of this community, and it has completely overwhelmed me. The love that you all show to my aunt, the love as she walks and transitions every day, I see her slip a little bit further away from me, and the love and the compassion that you all have shown her, and her knowing your names and asking about these people that she doesn't even know, has never seen, but at 89 says, they want to know my name. And she says, but I didn't even finish high school. Why are these people asking about me? And I keep telling her it's the love and it's the compassion of this community. And for you all to help me to get her to say, throw them seeds out there, girl. Put them in the backyard, girl. Go ahead and do that in cannabis, girl. Your voice needs to be heard for me, because I have some difficult days with her. But for me, that was one of my most proudest moments, and that's you all helped to make that happen. So for me, I stand today with a new understanding of cannabis. I tell my family, I'm a reformed, bougie person. I'm just a hippie now. I want to have the compassion and the love, and I want others to feel how I feel when I walk into these rooms, and especially when I walk into Cannabis Church, and when I'm in rooms with you all. I want to be that. I want to make sure that I'm that person and that others can experience that as well, because for me, that's what it means for me today. It meant something totally different. Today, that's what it means for me. It means that in my auntie's last days, that she is excited that all of these people all over the country and all over the world really know her name. And it's because of this beautiful plant. And I am so fortunate and blessed to be here with you all. Thank you for letting me share.
Love you to life, Dr. Lori.
Love
Love you
you to
more.
life, sister.
Love you
Love
to
you, Dr.
life.
Lori. It's beautiful.
Love you to life.
Just touch my spirit. So actually, the touching souls is really what it's about, ain't it? That's all it boils down to. So you're saying that we've created that impact, but you're a part of that impact. That's what you give
A
into us,
big part of
baby.
the impact, Dr. Lori. A
Yes.
big part, sister.
You pour into us the same way. So that's a reciprocal thing. That's what family does. Puff puff pass.
I love this community. Is it Linnea or Linnea? Have I been saying it wrong?
Linnea.
Linnea, welcome up to the stage. I
Hey,
appreciate you
thank you.
reaching out to me in the back channels and whatnot. You know you're being recorded, but I would love to hear your testimony on cannabis and how it affects your life.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for inviting me. I'm all about I haven't joined this cannabis church group before, but I'm like that's like right. It's just so like my vibe. I love being here and just I feel like like the connection to like you all and to the plant and to the world and let's see. Man, there's so many things I could say. Just like maybe you guys probably didn't hear my backstory of getting into cannabis and stuff. How it really um, it just changed my life so much. I mean, I lost 70 pounds. Um, the energy that I got, just the transformation that I was able to walk through when I was going through a really difficult time in my life through a divorce. And I was looking to alcohol and just drowning out my pain. Um,
Been there.
couldn't face it, and like cannabis, like opened my mind up to like be able to go to that place of like healing, of like looking at the pain and like moving through it and past it, like that I couldn't I didn't get to without it. And then in the last, like, I was a pretty heavy user for a while. And so my tolerance got just terribly high, which is very frustrating. And I did some like tolerance, like a legit tolerance break and stuff like that. But then the last 6 months, I know you guys were talking about the last 6 months. In the last 6 months, I've like the last few months really, I've cut my use back like significantly. I didn't do another like actual tolerance break, but I've just cut back and like really been trying to be intentional and recognizing like how I want to just use it to benefit me, and recognize the ways that sometimes it wasn't like in, like just forgetfulness and things like that, like that can be frustrating. But I started taking acetylcholine, which I had on my list for a long time. So I kind of take that like regularly now, and I feel like it does help with my brain fog a little bit, and like the memory and focus, which it's a brain like supplement that can help counteract the high anxiety people get from THC, too much THC, and just generally helps like your brain. And so just personally in my use of cannabis in the last few months, I've been microdosing more, recognizing when I wanted to, just like didn't need to use it, and cut back significantly so that I got my tolerance back down to like what I felt like the first time being high. It was really quite amazing. I had the most interesting experiences in the last few weeks, having such a low tolerance, but like knowing more than I did when I first started using. So I didn't know what the fuck to do with this. Like when I had
Right.
too much in the beginning, I didn't know how to deal with it. But now I know all the things. Like I know how to help people with it, and I knew how to help myself. So that was like just a really interesting and fun experience. I've got to get my tolerance a little lower again because I've been doing a little dabs recently. But and then just as far as coaching people and like just working the connection, being on here has been like transformational. I don't even know what to say. It's just been really, really powerful. I've only been on Clubhouse for like 2 weeks or something, and it's already been like life changing. And so I'm so thankful for like just like people that there's also other people out there like me that just like really deeply like care and love. You just love connecting and love like, I don't know, like the magic of life, and looking for that and creating more of that everywhere you go. Like that's like what I want to do, and it inspired a career change for me too. It's been like 3 years I've been working and kind of like building, like kind of just diving in. I feel like I missed so much because I believed the stigma for like 15 years, and I didn't use cannabis. Like I did it as a teenager, but I was a Christian, and I was in Christian ministry. I worked, I traveled around the world doing like just working with orphanages and homeless people, just did all kinds of stuff. But I did not know. I was deceived about cannabis. And when I discovered the truth and everything that I learned and the medicine and everything, like I just know this is a powerful and essential tool. And I have to, just like before I was on a mission, I worked with youth with a mission. I was on a mission. Well, I still like God, but God gave us this plan. So I'm like, I want to build bridges and, help people that don't get it. Like I understand I was there, like I didn't get it, but now I can help other people understand like the way I did, and not think that it's like faith or smoking weed, doing drugs or something like that, like not think of it like that. Like it's a plant for our benefit, you know, and God gave it to us, and we can love each other and benefit from it in our life. So I'll get off my soapbox, but I could talk for like hours about it. You know what I mean?
We tend to go for hours here in this room.
I hear you.
Veronica, and I haven't heard your backstory because you are new to Clubhouse. So I'm glad you came in today so that I could hear that. And it's interesting once that snaps in your head how you no longer feel sad or bad about the shame projected on you over cannabis use, but now you feel sad for their ignorance.
Yes, it's exactly what I've been saying. Like that's why I, stepped out of the closet originally, and why I'm so vocal about it. And if someone's trying to project shame on me, I'm like, well, shame on you. But like, no, actually, I just want you to know the truth, And so, yeah, it is interesting when that shift happens.
Yeah, beautiful. Veronica, welcome up on stage. Did you are being recorded if you felt like sharing today. If not, we can move to DR, or we can end the recording and just continue the conversation. So kind of depends on what the room is feeling.
Oh, yeah, I would like to say something. Thank you. I love hearing all of your stories, and I just wanted to share just something that I was excited about. I have a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And I was out shopping with my 17-year-old, and we were at Ross, and we saw a bunch of throw pillows that say, wine mom or whatever. And all on her own, she looks at me and she said, "I'm glad you're not a wine mom." And I just looked at her and I was
Yes.
like, "Well, what do you
Yes.
mean?" And she's like, "I don't know. I just think cannabis is just better than moms being drunk all the time or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So you're I have her support." And I never came out of the green closet, I guess, um, until a couple of years ago, even though I've been a smoker for a long time, even before kids and having kids and whatever. But I would have to say that the reason I came out of the green closet was just purely to normalize it in my household. And so my kids don't have this idea that drugs are bad and scary, or just the word. It's not a bad word. Um, so yeah, I just thought that that was kind of cool that she said that. Anyway, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you.
Veronica, that's beautiful. We're not going to let you off that easy. So, welcome to the Cannabis Church. Well, you're actually in a place where you are at home, honey. You come on in, have a seat, lean back, lean in, share, and by all means, enjoy the conversation. We are here for it. We are so thankful. Now, we actually go all the way back to this other app that we used where we literally would wake up to each other and go to sleep with each other, where I would let people know if we stay too long, you can go upstairs to the linen closet. Get your towels, your bath closet. If you're hungry, there's food in there. You help yourself to it. And welcome home, family. Puff, puff, pass.
Thank you.
Wait. Finish that, girlfriend. Do the thing.
What? Casey, what? Look, Earth. You know what, Leah? I can't with Casey. I've already told them they can come on in, lean back, have a seat, darling.
Ask her about the sticky icky though.
Oh, I'm high.
Sticky
Oh yes,
icky.
because she hasn't shared. That's true, Veronica. That's why I said we were not going to let you off that
Nice to
easy.
meet you,
Yes,
Veronica, by the
yes,
way.
but we must know, what was your first experience with the sticky icky? Puff puff pass.
Well, that's a really good question. I started smoking at 14, but before that, I think I was like 5 or 6. The term was grass that I would hear all the time. So me and my best friend grabbed some aluminum foil, went out to my front lawn, and started cutting grass and rolling it. And luckily, my oldest sister caught us before we even found a lighter to turn it on. And she gave me the drug talk, and it worked until about 14. And then I started smoking. But the aroma, honestly, was the thing that spoke to me. pot's always spoken to me in that way. I remember being at the movie theaters and just smelling it, and my body, I don't know, it just loved it. It just turned around, looked around. I was like, where's that coming from? What the heck is